Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Hindy, the Android Authority App Guy, and welcome back to Android Apps Weekly. This is episode number 115, so let's get started. Cyanogen has released a fun little bundle of Cyanogen OS applications for Cyanogen mod users. These applications, referred to as C apps, are a collection of 6 applications that you can optionally install, but only if you run Cyanogen mod. Everyone else will have to either install CM 12.1 or later, or just not get them. Last week, Google acquired Fly Labs, which is known for its photo and editing applications on iOS. The reigning and likely correct opinion is that this tech will eventually help make Google Photos image editing work better. Of course, it'll take some time before we see any changes. We received some official news on Nintendo's first Android game this last week. DNA, who is partnering with Nintendo to make the game, announced that the game will be free to play, which means free with in-app purchases. Even I'm disappointed about that. After what we assume was a massive success, Amazon has boosted the number of paid applications for free in their Amazon Underground service by 3 times what it used to be. If you haven't checked out Amazon Underground yet, now is a great time to do so. Exposed Framework, the popular modding root application, may be coming to Marshmallow sooner than later. The developer indicated that it should be out in the next week or so, and thus the entire root community rejoiced. For even more Android apps and games news, don't forget to check out this week's newsletter, which is linked in the video description below. There you'll find the complete list of news we didn't have time for today. If you want, you can sign up for that newsletter with your email address and we'll send it to you every week. Okay folks, let's take a look at the apps and games that made a big splash this week. As usual, if you want to check any of these apps or games out, we'll have those links for you in the video description below. Fallout 4 is out now, so it only felt appropriate that we have something about the game to take part in the celebration. Fallout Chat is a simple little keyboard released directly by Bethesda. It features a bunch of Fallout-inspired elements, including GIFs, emojis, and Fallout-themed keyboard for you to use. It's not the best keyboard ever, and we're sure you're going to end up switching back to your usual one, but it's fun to play with. Lost Echo is a new game that was released earlier this week. It's a mystery adventure game where you play as a man named Doug who is looking for his girlfriend Chloe. The catch is that she seems to be lost in time and no one can remember that she existed except for him. The game features some really good looking graphics and the story-driven narratives are actually fun and interesting. The game has some wicked bad early bugs, but most of them seem to have been cleared out. YouTube Music is the latest entrance into the fiasco that is YouTube Red. It is technically a YouTube application that removes all non-music related content. The application was meant to be used with YouTube Red, as you can listen to music with the screen off, save stuff for offline playback, and there's also no advertising. It's a good application and it works well even if there's no real point for its existence. This War of Mine is an adventure survival game that takes place during a war. Instead of playing the customary role of the soldiers who battle it out, you instead play the part of some civilians who are just trying to survive the harshness of war. During the day, you're pinned to your location by snipers, and at night you go adventuring for supplies to keep you alive. Every decision you make can mean life or death, and it's a surprisingly deep game. It's on sale for 50% off right now. Apple Music finally hit the Google Play Store this last week to the usual array of unwarranted vitriol from the more aggressively loyal members of the Android community. Controversy aside, the application actually looks pretty good and Apple did well with the design elements. The service itself is pretty decent as well, boasting 30 million songs, radio stations including Beats One, playlists, recommendations, and more. You can get a free trial for checking it out if you want to. Once again, I'm Joe Hindy, the Android Authority App Guy. While you're here, why not subscribe to the Android Authority YouTube channel? If you're hanging out for a minute, we have a couple of awesome videos for you to watch right over there, and they're also linked in the video description below for you folks on mobile. Finally, don't forget to check out the written companion, which is in the video description below, and don't forget to sign up for that newsletter. As always, thanks for watching everybody, and have a wonderful day.